This is going to be the most important thing you'll ever hear in your entire life. I'm going to share with you something that you guys won't believe. I got out of my tent and I walked out here and I looked up at the stars and I just spoke from the heart and told them that I know I have potential and I know I can do great things and I believe in myself, but I need guidance. I need protection and strength. And I asked them if I could get a shooting star, right to left, if I should work at Cumbies at the gas station and let this go, get some money and try again, continue the fight. Or if I should not work the job, stay homeless, stay a bum, and sit by the river and play my guitar. And a small star flew across the sky, and I said, if you can do that, you can give me a jump, just to show obviously that you're listening and you're there. And the star flew to my right side and then jumped right to left. Sorry if I got the thing wrong, but the right to left was saying don't work at Cumbies. And then I asked it again for the other way, left to right. And then it did this big twirl as confirmation. And then I said, one last time, please, just to make sure that we're all clear. I'm not going to go to Cumbies. I'm going to tell the manager I changed my mind. I know you were going to do me a favor, but you do have 16 other people that you can hire. And it would just, I asked for a shooting star and I got 3 of them in the directions that I asked for. So I'm going to stay out here. And it is what it is. And I recorded 3 videos. At the end of every video, I asked again, and I got another shooting star. Then I asked again, and I got another one. And then I asked again, and then I got one that didn't look like a shooting star. It looked like a craft, but the craft bent space-time to show me this ripple, a wave of it jumping in the direction that I asked for, which is confirmation that I shouldn't get the job at Cumbies, even though I've been fighting for a job for years, that I should go back into the system and go stand in that place for minimum wage. And that I should, even though I won't have any income, I should stay here and keep doing what I'm supposed to do, which is fall upward slowly, make consistent progress, work on myself, work on the cabin, and slowly build towards an outstanding legacy that will stand a timeless classic of a life story that will be passed down to my ancestors for centuries, thousands of years. And the stars are proud of me. And I don't know how else to tell you other than I think you can do it too. I think if you just go out here and look, I think it maybe let go of everything and let go of what you believe and observe. And then something else is telling me I deserve it. I deserve to be able to have these experiences. So I'm watching Fantastic Four. I've got 3 burritos over there I can heat up. The gas station gave me free drinks, free food, and I'm just gonna go in there and tell them that I stay outside at night and I look up to the stars and I ask them for things. I just watched a star blip out of existence and then blip back in. There's a star blinking now. Earlier I looked up and there was There was a big constellation right above me. And I was like, no, I can see obvious lights, lines between those. That's not a constellation, that's a craft. And then it disappeared. So I think we're getting close to contact. And I think that they're going to be coming with a list like Epstein's list, a list like Santa Claus. And I see a ship coming down and delivering me this big red cape or robe or adornment with gold, white fur on the sides, speckled like a snow leopard, and gold inlays. And they're handing it to me. And then I'm standing there with them for the people in front of everyone. And now they guided me towards the Sagittarius constellation. I think, no, it's not it's the one that looks like a bow in the sky. And I was reminded of Sagittarius, and that I wanted to, that I've been trying to save up to buy a bow. And today a tarot reader told me that 33 life path, Sagittarius, the alien ancestors were telling the tarot reader to tell me that everything I did, it showed me from another perspective all the work that I've done to help people. And it was telling me that doesn't go unnoticed. And it told me, it said, imagine a black cat pushing a bunch of dominoes over, and the cat doesn't realize that it's going to be this huge cascade. And it told me that I'm the cat, and I am an earth cat in Bazi. And I had a black cat named Mark. And then at the gas station, the guy's name is Mark. And then I missed my cousin Jesse, who's a Leo. And then the two other workers is a guy named Jesse and someone whose name from my hometown, who's a Leo. They all have the same names. Everywhere I go, reoccurring names. And I have dreams. The stars are getting brighter. The sky is getting brighter. I have dreams where I go through a dream sequence. I talk to people from my past. I express what I want to say to the people that I love that I don't speak to anymore because time and people have changed. But I know that the souls are eternal. So I just try to talk to them. And then I talk to all of them, and at the end, they reveal to me to imagine all these people as cardboard cutouts. And it was an illusion. And really, it was just the same entities, the same aliens or beings or spirit guides that were pretending to be these people that I see on a daily basis. The Brians and Heathers and Vickies and Garys and Alexes, Vincents, Nates, Jessies, Chloes. They're just cardboard cutouts. Their bodies on this experience, imagine it, so instead of 2D, a card cutout in front of me that I think is real, and then it's really an entity behind it, imagine that third dimensionally. So these 3D things are like 3D cardboard cutouts, but really, it's been these other things the whole time. I'm getting very cold now on my left side. So if you're just tuning in, I've asked for shooting stars for confirmation about my life's choices. And I got one. I made a video. Can you do it again? I got another one. I don't know. Can I get one more, please? And then things that I can't describe other than I saw them bend space-time in front of me to show me cool things that they can do. And I'm just going to watch Fantastic Four. And then I'm not going to get the job because that's what they told me not to do. They'd been telling me not to do it. So like I will sit here and I'll wait until I feel this connection to something higher than myself. And then I know that that's perfect timing. I'm in flow. I'm moving with the song of the universe. So I know that if I were to open my phone and look at what my algorithm gave me, I know that that's perfect timing and divine timing. So I wait, and then I look at the videos of the tarot readers of just these broken people living lives full of suffering and struggling, that committed to getting a tarot deck and going in front of a camera and trying to relay messages from something above themselves. And I'll get like people with one view all the way out somewhere far away, these random strangers. But then the strangers are talking, and then I can relate to them because I lived isolated and I know what it's like to be ostracized and exalted. And they'll tell me things like, okay, I'm seeing you have birds, and something's telling me that you have this vivid connection to the earth. You have these deep roots. I'm seeing a big tree. And the 33s come up, 33, you might be a 33 life path, the master teacher, you might be a teacher. And they're telling me that the ancestors are talking to you through nature and to pay more attention to the signs. And then I look up, and there's a flock of birds going right to left, flying right at my face, and then doing a little twirl, like, and then they all fly around me and then leave. I'll be walking through, and butterflies will fly and hit me in the face when I shouldn't go somewhere. So I don't know how else to tell you guys that I looked up and talked to the stars, and I asked for a shooting star, and tonight I got 4 of them. And I saw a constellation that didn't exist, and then I realized it was a spaceship, and then it disappeared. And then I saw a star, and I'm like, that's not a real star. And then it slowly moved over to the other side and then zoomed right to left when I asked for it to go right to left. It was on my left side, then moved to my right side just a jump for me. And then it jumped 4 other times. And all I'm trying to do is get to a position where I can make my art. All I want to do is just make these digital illustrations and animations, video editing, content on the internet. Then I want to get buff, then I want to travel, and I want to go different places, and I want to be a force so that people can see and learn from me while I have fun. I want to be in that position where I can have fun, and I'm competent and smart and funny, and I can get back to who I was before. The person that I've always been, that was taken from me with spell work, when I can feel the influence of these other gang-stalking narcissists that try to possess me. Their influence gets so heavy, it burns and then takes over, and then I forget that they implanted another personality, like in Portal 2 with the AI personality cores. And then I go through life and I didn't realize I was just another person. I was somebody else, because I couldn't focus to be myself, and they have just stripped it from me. But I am always working. I'm always pushing. I'm always fighting. Even at my work, I've been depressed. I didn't eat for 4 days, and I still went up to the cabin, cooked what I could. I don't know if these eggs are rotten, but I'm going to eat them. And I got my laundry together, and I can't lift heavy things. And I put it on a stroller, and I carried the stroller to the bus, and I brought a huge thing of laundry down here so I can do my laundry finally, so that I can organize it, and then I can start. And then I moved the things in the trash so I can clean the cabin. And then I'm going to bring rocks and put that around the cabin, and I'm going to start to clear out space, because even though I saw this cabin a year ago, I made a music video in my mind 3 years ago. I kept seeing this image over and over again of this place, and now I live there. So I know how special and important, at least it could be. So I don't give up. I'm embarrassed to watch my content because I know it's so far from my potential and who I really am. The Casey that I know I am sits there and is just waiting for the perfect moment to break through. And it's not like I'm hiding. And it's the opposite of coming out of the closet. It's like that version of me back when I was 17. And the only thing that I was really passionate about because I could build these big elaborate structures and engineering, and I would ace all my tests because I would just sit there and think about what they were trying to get me to learn a half hour before the test. And then I would just ace it and I moved on to the next grade, and I never had to sit and listen to a lecture. I would just open a book and read for a half hour, and then I'd score higher than my classmates. And all I wanted, the most perfect thing for me to do was to find these unique and beautiful women. And I wanted to take them on adventures. And I wanted to see life through their eyes and learn more about the world through all these people's different perspectives. And I loved just spending time with my cousin, playing video games. And I was always just looking for, I was like, I know the universe will bring me the right people at the right time. But I didn't use words like the universe. I just said nothing. I didn't describe it. I just knew it. And I loved waking up every day and tackling my challenges. And then I was beaten, and I was broken, and I was gaslit, and my reputation got ruined. And then I was targeted. And then we had the spiritual revolution of the 2020s, where I was trapped in sleep paralysis for the first 2 years, where I would wake up and I was cold at 90 degrees, I was freezing, and I couldn't move, and I was being raped by entities. And I had to fight them off because they were trying to take me from myself. I had to hold it all in, and I had to hold on to my light, and I had to keep the fire up and try through how chaotic life can get. And I just stayed consistent and slowly moved. And eventually I lost everything over and over again. And I had to get in my car and leave in the winter after police brutality took my eyes from me. I have permanent damage to my eyes. I've been jumped. I watched the negative entities or whatever it is take my family from me. Or I got to a point where I was so free, I realized that they had been that way the whole time, and they lashed out at me for a long time. And even at my worst, I was still saving the people that came into my life. I was bringing pieces of shit in the kids' shelter to the gym, hoping that I could at least show them a better way before I left. I tried to make life better for everybody else. And I did save many people. And I took people from one stage of their life and put them onto a better path. And a beam of light swirled down from the stars and then tickled my brain and said, I will be rewarded. Because I'm humble. And I tell the truth. All right. Tomorrow's an 11 day. I'm going to wake up and do my laundry, and I'm going to practice guitar. And the crows in the morning, they're going to feel that I'm at peace because I worked all night to meditate and break through and have peace. They're going to come and try to rape it out of me. And they're going to spend hours sitting here screaming at me, and I'm going to feel them trying to take me away from God and implant me and open my aura so that negative entities can come back. And I might forget. They might just, Men in Blacks, take it from me like they have before. But I'm going to get up and fight because I do every day. And it's been every day. How many years? Since 2019. And before that, I was fighting, but just I didn't have this level of awareness. I had more confidence in myself that led to blind faith and delusional optimism. My frequency was stronger back then, but that let me live in my pocket dimension. Now I can't escape it. I can't escape feeling that there's a crayfish over there, and I can feel the minnows swimming around, and I can feel the energy changing in the woods when the deer come in, and I can see the stars and ask them for things and get them. I can think that I really need something, and then a month later I get something way better than I thought. But I spend every day sad, disassociated, in pain, alone, and fighting to be close to who I know I can be, so that I can really just try to work with people that I know don't deserve my time and energy. Because everything I do is trying to make life better for everything and everyone. So let's go see what they do with Galactus. I'm watching Fantastic Four.